Hi guys, I'm Louise and welcome to my channel. So in today's video today's video is going to be a propagation video, repotting and separation as well. So I've got like lots of plants I want to propagate all next to me here, but first I'm going to repot some propagations. Yeah, I've got a book here with a list of things I need to do. So yeah, and I'm sorry about the background noise and everything. I am in the garden because this is the only place I can get a video done this week, and for you guys to be able to just watch, and so I can get a video out this week basically. So I've got three propagations that have rooted enough for me to be able to pot. So oh my god, this is just a very just a relaxed video. We don't have to be uptight about everything, but yeah, so I've got a string of tears propagation. Yeah, so what I've done is in some of my propagations, just these two actually, well yeah, because I don't have a lot of jars and stuff, I just literally cut tops of bottles. I'll show you how to do that. But yeah, with these ones, because obviously you can't directly put the whole thing in the water and it's quite difficult to balance them over the edge, I literally just put some cling film on, stick some holes in, and yeah, it's worked really well. And I've done that with my succulents as well, as you can see. And last but not least, I have a really tiny Tradescantia cutting. I don't know if you can see, but it has got one big root, and it has got some new growth on it. So I'm going to repot that into like a really tiny pot. Something about this would do. Really tiny pot, just to get it started really, but it's done really well. And this was off of my Tradescantia tricolour, which I've got over here. Yeah, because when I got it, there was a few parts that were just a bit dead, so I popped it off, managed to salvage this little one, and yeah, we just propagated her and she's done well. And this was just an experiment and it's actually done really well, so I'm really happy. So the soil I'm going to be using is just bonsai potting mix. I do have some houseplant potting mix that came after I got this, because there was some big mix up order or something. So this is what I'm using. I've got a load of these, actually majority of these plants I'm actually propagating are in this soil, well partially in the soil, because I haven't needed to transfer any plants out of the soil they have. But my monstera, my variegated monstera, which I got quite a while, well not quite a while, I think about a month ago now, and she wasn't doing very well. She started going brown. She gets lots of light. Obviously there's not enough chlorophyll in the leaves for it to like photosynthesize and stuff. So yeah, but she's doing really well now. I think it was just really bad soil that she was in, but this mix is doing really well. You can use it for houseplants, so that's what I'm going to do. And you can also use it for succulents and stuff. I haven't had any problems with them, so you know, that's what I'm going to use. If you guys use something differently, that's absolutely fine. You don't actually have to do as I say. Gate shut. Yeah. So I am going to be just checking my string of tears. I know I have like, I think at least 2 of these cuttings are ready to go into their own pots. Pop this water over there just in case it spills. At least it won't spill over me then. So yeah, I literally just like put holes in the cling film and put them through. So let's just see. I might end up putting some of these back in, although I wonder how long it's been. Let's have a look how long it's been since I propagated these. It's quite a while ago though, if I remember rightly. 17th of August. So that's about a month ago. So yeah, we'll just kind of, yeah, so we have, let's have a look. I know I have it at least, I've got one or two, I'm gonna have to start cutting this up. I've got one or two, got a little root on this one. I've got no roots in that one. I'll just split this up, right, what have we got here? Got a little root on that one. So if they don't have like long enough roots, I'm gonna put them back in the water to propagate, to get more roots. But this one's done really well. I don't know if you can see that, but right there, that is a pretty long root. So she's definitely gonna go into soil because that's long enough to put in. Oh, we got another good set of roots there, which I'm going to put in as well. And last couple. Oh, this is the last one. Nothing on this one. Nothing on this one. So we've got two that's starting to get roots, two that haven't got any roots yet. But these have got new growth on it, so it's promising. And two that's are gonna get put back in the water just so they can get long enough roots in order for me to put them in, because it might not work fully. So I'll sort these out later. Pop them to one side, and I've got two little cuttings, well, one small cutting, so one small, one large cutting to put into soil. So I'm going to use a small pot to start off with. Maybe something about this big. This had my my pili plant, which is, I'll show you later on in the video. I don't actually need to take the thing off. Take off anyway. My pili cost about £3 in a little pot. But yeah, that's doing really well as well, which I'm really happy about. So yeah. So literally what I'm just going to do is I'm going to fill this up with water. With soil, not water. Why did I say water? God. There we go, just fill it right up to the top there, as you can see. And then I'm going to put a hole in the middle. That's got a bit of in that. Right, yeah, just put a hole in the middle of the soil that I've just put in, as you can see there. And then I'm literally just going to pop these up. I might need a bigger hole actually, thinking about that, because quite long roots. There we go, let's pop one in. And then pop the other one in. So I'm just holding it up, put them in all the way down, and then I cover it with soil, keeping it in the middle as much as I can, and then we are done. There we go. My baby string of tears. So I'm going to use the water that I have here just to not have it go to waste. So that's one plant potted. I've got about 8 plants I want to propagate. From rightly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plants I want to propagate today. I'm gonna need more stuff to put it in. So the next plant I'm gonna do is my Tradescantia tricolour. This one had my string of beads in. They're doing quite well. I'm not going to propagate them yet, just because it's just not long enough or big enough yet. I quite recently potted that one. So yeah, I'm just going to do exactly the same thing as I did with my string of tears I just potted up a few seconds ago. I'll just fill it up. I tend to fill most of my pots up to the top. If I'm like this is the first time I've actually potted up propagations, believe it or not, as I'm quite new to all of this, but I know a fair amount. So, but yeah, I do just fill up my pots all the way to the top, because I know that when you water them, that oh my god, I'm gonna have to show you this, because this is amazing. You see how long that root is? Stunning. So yeah, but yeah, when you water them, it just the soil sinks. So it's just so you have enough soil in there. But yeah, I'm literally just packing it in. But most of the soil that I put in anyway, when I pack it in, it goes down anyway, so it's not too bad. But yeah, look. She's got her own little pot now, and I can't wait for her to grow. I'm just gonna pour in the water that there. Watering makes so much mess. You don't realise until like you start watering stuff outside, and then it's just like a mess. Right. So I started propagating my succulent leaves, I think about a couple months ago now. Must be about a month ago now. So I was looking back in my my book, because about a month ago, which is absolutely amazing, and they're all starting to bring out. They've all got good root systems. I'm just going to cross down in my book every time I do something, just to make sure that I've just to show that I've done it. There we go. So yeah, they're all starting to grow new plants now, which is amazing. So I'm going to use this pot, and I'm just going to plant them all in the same pot, just for some fun, because why not? But yeah, I did exactly the same thing as I did with my my string of tears, although without putting the ends of my of these in the water, because otherwise the leaves will actually die. But can you see that? Look how many roots there are. That's amazing. It's actually crazy, like seeing this happen, because I don't know, I just find it absolutely amazing, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna take them all out carefully. We've got, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to pop, some of these are popped out. Oh, I've got another one there. So glad I bought scissors now, because I'm going to need them to cut. I can't do that, okay. Struggling here, literally. Oh, got another one. gonna very carefully make the hole bigger for the leaves to go through. See, what's really strange is this one has started growing a plant, but it hasn't grown any roots yet. It looks like it's starting to, but because all of these are big enough now to go in the pot, they can all just, some of these, look, it's crazy. It's starting to grow a plant on that one as well, but look at the roots, it's crazy. I've never actually I've tried this once, but I tried putting them on soil and doing it because my sister's succulent died, so I just literally grabbed all the leaves that I can that were good, put them on soil and tried propagating them that way, but it never worked. All the leaves died. And this way is absolutely the best way to go about it. Honestly, the best way. It's just absolutely crazy how well this has turned out. So I've got 7 succulent leaves. I'm just going to pop them, just arrange them in this big pot because just why not, really. Yeah, and I'm probably going to end up using all of this soil now. Probably. There's like, yeah, I'm just using this yellow thing as I did in my repotting video. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it. If you just want background noise or something, or you enjoy repotting videos, because that is a good call. You just get to watch me, you know, pot up plants. Oh, I've got so much. Right. I nearly used this one up. So glad I bought more. So glad I bought more. Getting in my glove now. Yeah, the only reason why I use gloves is just to not get my hands dirty, and also because I grow nails. I have nails. Not a lot, but I have enough. And yeah. I do not want to be scrubbing my fingers anytime soon. But yeah, it's just a cleaner way of doing it, you know. Sometimes you can get big pieces of bark in this. It's not too bad, it's just annoying. Like, we have like the tiniest amount of soil in there. Right, so we got that. Filled it up to the top. I'm thinking the best way of doing this, should I actually, yeah, that's fine. Right, so I'm going to get all my, so I'm going to have to arrange them. Right, make a little hole for each one. 3. Okay. And then we just lay them down. I'm going to have to, I don't know how I'm going to do this now. Right, I'm going to have to lay them down and then pot them in. Because I'm not sure how I want to do this now. I'm going to be that person. I'm going to spend 5 minutes laying this out before I then put it in. Right, I've got it. I don't always use my gloves, but I use them for most of the time. There we go. So, I'll explain what I've done. So basically, I have laid them out. Oh, this one also doesn't have any roots, so that one's just laid. Oh, I've forgotten one. Oops. I thought I did all of them. So I pot them all up. This one literally is not in the soil. Potted them all up nicely. Just put all the roots in. Made sure the plants that are growing, or the baby plants, is all wrapped up nicely. That can get popped there. and then we're all done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna find a tray. Oh, I'm gonna borrow this tray from one of my Mirantas, and just bottom water this, and then I'm gonna mist it later just to keep the soil moist. There we go. So that's all my propagations. So now I'm going to that was a glass bottle. Alright, so separation time. I'm gonna need to grab some more soil. Be right back. So I've got an alocasia poly. This is a recently bought one, but just to show you, I got this plant. She's got a new leaf popping up in the middle there, as you can see, but this tiny leaf is on its own. It's separated from the mother plant, so because there's not a lot of room in this pot at the moment, and I don't really want to go repotting this plant into a bigger pot because I like how it looks, but I need to separate this plant, and also I'm gonna see if there's gonna be any bulbs, because that'd be very exciting if there are, because then I can plant some more. So I'm literally just gonna separate all the take it out the pot. I'm gonna put it back in this pot once I'm done with this. But wow, oh my god, that's crazy. Look at that. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna reuse this soil just carefully. Okay, we've got things flying everywhere. Oh, I have to move a couple of things. We've got like dead flower bouquets that need to be in the compost bin, but I haven't gotten around to doing that yet, so yeah. What's that? Just a big bit of bark. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to very carefully just take the soil out, just tease it away. Oh my god, this is crazy. I love doing stuff like this. This is absolutely amazing. Oh my god, I've got a bulb. I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to pop that there for now. See if there's any more, because I'm going to plant those then. That'd be really cool to start. Got another one here. Just got 1, 2. have a bit of bark. Another one. Oh my god, there are like so many. They're like popping out everywhere. It's crazy. Got a leaf. I don't think there's anything else left. Check if there's any more left to be taken from. It looks like we're done here, so that's all we got. Pop it back in there. I saw that the leaf didn't actually need but yeah, this one popped off. Didn't actually need being popped off because this one is still attached. It just didn't look like it, but we'll just pop her. I'm sure you can propagate and take the roots out of this one, so let's see if we can get roots out of this one, because that'd be pretty cool. Sift through just this soil quickly, just check for any more. Oh god. I think there's any more. No, there isn't. Right. Just layer a little bit of compost at the bottom and pour some out as well. Oh, there's a big one there. I found another one. Try and get her in the middle. I use the remaining soil just to pop round. I don't think I need any more soil actually. Well, I will actually, because I will need it for the bulbs. Some bonsai potting still left in here, so I'm just going to use the rest of this. Just to pop in here. Actually, I'll do it this way. Oh, there's really nothing in there. Great. That's like a handful. Literally a handful. That's great. I think a handful actually. I've done quite well for it. I think I'm going to load a little bit more on the top though. So we're going to use a mixture of compost soils because why not? It's not going to do the plant any harm. So this is houseplant potting soil I'm using just to lace the top up, just to get it all snugged in here. There we go. So I'm just going to quickly water this one. Put it on the tray and I'll actually water up here just to show you. Literally watering until all the water has gone through the pot. And it's going at a good rate. There we go. Look at this. That's when you know that the soil is good and your plant has been watered. Oh my gosh. There we go. Got very strong winds. This can be for the next plants. Right. So yeah, so my plan with this, because I accidentally knocked this off when I shouldn't have, I was just checking to see if this leaf that I have was actually separated, but it hasn't actually separated and I accidentally knocked it off. So I'm gonna let this dry out and then I'm going to pop it in some water and see if it roots. I don't want to see if it actually works because I know probably nobody's ever done this before, but just want to give it a try because why not? Doesn't hurt. Right, so I have a load of bulbs and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. You see that? 6 bulbs. So I'm going to use a small pot. Can't remember what was in this one though. Put that in there. I'm going to fill it up about halfway, pop a little bit more actually. Oh yeah, you see me throwing stuff behind me, there's like a bag there for rubbish, so I'll literally just put them in there, all the rubbish parts. But yeah, so I filled it up around about halfway. I'm just going to pop these bulbs in. It's really exciting. I've never done this before, but I know other people have. So as you can see, I've got all the bulbs in there. And then just put some more soil on, and then we water. Well, I'm gonna top water, just put water over the top, but mainly just bottom water it because it's just easier. And plus I've got a load of water here that needs soil, so actually I'm just going to bottom water it with a bit of water on top. There we go. That should suck it up nicely. Right, so we have reported propagations, and we have also taken bulbs from my alocasia poly, and also potted it in some new soil. We potted up my succulent propagation as well as my string of tears and Tradescantia tricolour. So now we're going to propagate a load of plants. So what do we do there? We have my Tradescantia tricolour, my string of hearts. So with my other set of string of hearts that I'm still propagating. I'm still waiting to see if they're actually gonna get roots, but I'm gonna redo it again. And those were quite long cuttings, so I'm gonna do quite short cuttings and then see what happens, see if it makes a difference. I've got my Tradescantia zivrina. I'm just gonna take one cutting from this one just to make the pot, just to get more plant in here, and then once it grows more, then I'll do more propagation of those. I am thinking of selling plants, maybe just like small plants, cuttings. This one needs water. Oops. So we have my Maranta lucunura, if I remember I spelled it rightly. This is my pili that I showed you earlier, that was in like a tiny pot. I've got a couple of dead leaves in that, well, not dead leaves, but leaves that aren't very happy when I bought it, so I'm going to propagate those. I also have my Scindapsus. I'm actually going to move this. Ooh, right, I've got my Scindapsus, my red stripe Maranta, and last but not least, my polka dot begonia. And I have taken a load of cuttings from this polka dot begonia about a couple weeks ago, and they're actually growing roots already, like very slowly, but like it's actually working. So I'm gonna do a couple of these, a couple of propagations of this again, just because I love this plant so much. I want loads of babies, and people really love these plants as far as I'm concerned, so I can sell the propagations as well. So yeah, I've got water in. Right, so what you do is, I'm gonna have to show you now what. Right. So how I propagate things. She really needs water. I'll water her afterwards. Right, so what should we do first? Let's do the top of my list just to... Right, Tradescantia zivrina. So for most plants, you cut below a thing called a node, and that's basically where the roots will grow and form out of. Yeah, it'll grow and form out of. So she's doing really well at the moment. I'm not sure if I can get a good... I'm gonna take a cutting from this one. She's not really looking happy. So I don't know if I can actually get a good... Yeah. So normally what I look out for, like what nodes look like I look like lines, like on the plant. So for example here, I don't know if you can see that there is a node, for example. So I get my scissors and I'm just gonna cut. What am I gonna cut? I'm gonna cut the top part here of this plant actually. And you give enough space just below the node and above for it to produce roots. And I know most of you, I'll just cut to leaf. You're supposed to use sterilised scissors or what have you, but I'm not, and everything so far has been doing so well, so I don't really see the reason why I need to as such. So just pop the leaf off. You just have like a couple of leaves on the top, just so the plant will put more energy into growing roots than feeding leaves in the bin. So yeah, so we got Troscantia zebrina cutting. Next I'm going to do, right, now Pili peperomia, I've looked up videos on how to propagate, and most of the people that I've watched videos from, they have their pillies have produced pups or babies or something, and they've just cut them off and then put them. But I haven't seen anybody who's doing single leaves as such, so I've got a couple of these that aren't looking so hot, especially this one here. This one's got a bit of bit dried up there, so, and this one's a bit torn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut very close to the the end of the leaf, and then we'll see what happens. I think it's really exciting, just even if it's just a few, you don't have to do loads. Most of this is experiments really. I like experimenting quite a lot because it's just really fun. You just get to see the outcome, and if the outcome is great, then you know that is good for next time, and you can recommend it to people as well, because some people are like, I tried everything, I can't do anything, and be like, I've got an idea, so I'm going to do it. I've also just trimmed off the brown part to that leaf, just so it's not feeding the brown part, because that's what I do to all my plants. If they've half of it's brown, just lop the whole leaf off. But if only a tiny bit of it's brown, then you just take it off, because you just cut away the brown if it's only a little bit, because it doesn't really matter. So next plant I'm taking cuttings from is my Troscantia tricolour. She's absolutely stunning. She's really amazing. She's trailing. She's actually trailing. I'm actually going to do some more cuttings because I really love this plant. I love her so much. So, hiya, kitty cat. She's coming to eat all my plants now, because that's what the cats like doing. What are you doing? Right. Ooh, you can go over there. Right, yeah, so I'm going to do a couple of cuttings in this one. I'm just going to just cut the trailing parts off, just do a couple. As much as I love it trailing, it will trail, don't eat, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it, because they're just gonna grow back anyway, so it's not gonna be a problem. Please don't eat all my plants. No. I don't she doesn't normally come in my room, so I don't usually have to stop her from eating them, because she likes to go in everybody else's rooms apart from mine. Wait, oh my god, I'm gonna break glass in a second. Propagation. Okay, right, next plant. I'm gonna be doing my string of hearts. Okay, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, come here, you pesky cat. Oh no, oh my god. Okay, right, she's gone now. Right, so look how long my string of hearts are growing, and I have trimmed her off, but I'm gonna do a couple more cuttings. She's getting really tangled up. One thing you have to know is string of hearts do get tangled up, but they don't need direct light. I've put them into a low light spot and thriving like mad. I put them up on top of the wardrobe. Yeah, on top of the wardrobe. So many yellow leaves just underneath, for they're not growing. they've fallen off. Anyway, we've got so much new growth in it. I just thought, hey, why not try again? Because all you can ever do is really try, and that's what I'm going to do. I get a few long cuttings, and I'm going to propagate those, but I'm going to cut them down so they're shorter. So I'm thinking of doing another type of another way of propagating. For me, propagating stuff in soil is not my forte. So I thought, why not sphagnum moss? Because I've seen other people do it, and I think it's pretty cool, really. And I just wanna give it a go and see what happens. Because I just think it'd be just another way really cool. I've heard that, well, I've been told that they the cuttings root better, but also you can do stem cuttings of some plants, and stem cuttings are really cool, but I'm not gonna plant them in soil. I kind of want to lay them down and watch them root and grow leaves, and have a guessing game of what plant is this one, because that'd be very interesting to do. It's so windy here, so windy. But yeah, I've taken 4 cuttings off of my string of hearts. I've cut them shorter this time. I will preparate. But yeah, really tangled up, but they get super long, and they grow super fast as well. In my experience, this one grows super fast. So yeah, I have to. Now, whilst I'm here, I'm just gonna take all these dead leaves, because we don't need dead leaves in here. I don't understand why there's so many dead leaves in here. But she's thriving, so I have no idea. I don't understand. But we'll just take them out and throw them away, and then she'll still be thriving. Right, coming back to my bulbs. Just gonna pour the rest of the water in. Let that go through. Right, so we've got those. What next? Right. My Maranta. This one is putting out new leaves literally every single day. Well, nearly. I think about a good couple of weeks now. Which is absolutely crazy. We've got a couple of new leaves. So I'm going to propagate her, and I know exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut off. So with Marantas, I'll show you up close. With Marantas, you kind of have to look for the bump. So the bump. So you go down, you feel a bump. And I don't know if you can see right there, but that's one. That's a node. One down here. But yeah, I'm gonna make her bushier. So I'm gonna cut right down to the bottom here. There we go. Right, cut right down to the bottom. I'm going to take only one cutting, but I'm going to split it into 2. Oh. And there's a leaf on that one that was popping up. That's good. So I'm going to turn it into 2. There we go. 2 Maranta lucineras. But yeah, I don't know if you can see at the very bottom there, but here, those are nodes, and that's where the roots will come out from. But look how stunning, this is a new leaf, I've just realised, but look how stunning the leaves are. They're absolutely amazing. They're so lovely. But yeah, I'm gonna give her water as she is dry, and today is watering day for all my plants, so oh my god, okay, it's so difficult to water plants that are so dry, but she doesn't get in the light very often. There we go. Oh. There we go. Right, that's that done there. What else have we got? My skin dapsis. We'll do my other Marantin in a second. Don't need any more of those. Right, so exactly the same thing. I'm going to, I think I might do a couple of these ones actually, because she's getting quite bushy. And okay, the only reason why she's leaning to one side and she has like, oh my god, my cutting's gonna go everywhere. Yeah, the only reason why she's leaning to one side, as you can tell, and there's like literally nothing here, is only because I've accidentally left like the pot facing one way for so long, and I haven't spun it round, so she's literally just going towards the sun. So at the back here, I'm literally just going to take cuttings from the back because that's what I feel like doing. There's a root popping out there as well. I'll take a couple from here as well, from like the front. Is that a single leaf? I'll take a single leaf cutting. Oh no. What have I done? I think this one's actually grown a root. Yep, this one's grown a root. The mistake that you made. Right, that's fine. We'll do it this way then. This can go back in the soil because this one's got a really long root, and that was an accident. I didn't actually realise because when I look at it, it's literally just like, it looks like it's coming from that plant. I didn't realise that it was actually has grown a root, so pop it the side here, all the way down to the very bottom. Literally just pop it back in there. Doesn't really matter as such. Just grab a bit of this soil. Oh, bad mistake. That's fine. I just went all over the crate. Oh well. There we go. So that's all done. We've got a good couple of cuttings from this plant, and we're gonna make them more bushier as well. My red striped maranta, only one cutting going to be taken from this plant, only because she ain't got a lot to her at the moment. So I'm just going to take one off. There we go. One leaf cutting. Actually, I'm going to take two because there's enough for two. Because most of these are actually growing new leaves. I've got like a really nice new leaf there, so she's going to get bushier eventually. And last but not least, one of my favourites, my polka dot begonia. So I'm going to just go take a load. I'm just going to take a, I don't want to take a lot, like a very big one. I do try like take the cuttings in like the leaves in twos, because it just gives it more of a chance of growing roots. Single leaf cuttings for polka dot begonias aren't like great for propagating, because in my experience it hasn't worked at all. And there's so many baby leaves in the middle of this plant, it's crazy. I feel like I need to like separate this plant, but I don't really want to at the same time. I'm just thinking, how am I going to do this? What do we have? Right, got one cutting, and I'm just going to pop this leaf off because there's not really any way. So, nice cute leaf, gone. So that's one cutting. I'm going to do loads. I've got a couple of cuttings propagating at the moment. One of them is for my best mate because she's going to be... I thought somebody was coming through. She's going to be just having a few plants around our house because our house is quite bare and she wants plants. I'm like, hey, I've got this for you, you know, I'm going to give it to you. Let me just propagate it first. So, let's have a look. Now, I say single leaf cuttings aren't the best for propagating, but if you have it like that, so you have like the node there, and you have like this, you still have part of the stem, but you also have like the node, that is like a really good way of doing it as well. But if it's just like a single leaf but with no node, chances are of it rooting is unlikely. Going back to saying that with the pilly leaves, but that's all I have at the moment, and I don't actually have a bigger plant as of yet, so we're working on that. So I might have to buy like some more pillies and put it into a bigger pot, but for now I'm just gonna have it, I'm just gonna enjoy it as it is because it's a nice small pot, so not too bad. Right, so we have a load of cuttings, so I'm just gonna separate them out into what's what. Right, so some of these cuttings I'm gonna need to leave them for a while, but most of these, like especially the polka dot begonias, because they're cutting the stems at the end, where I've cut between the nodes, is quite thick. You're gonna need to leave it just to dry up, seal over. But most of these you actually don't need to, because the amount of time it took me to cut all these cuttings, they've all dried up now, so that's really, really good. So I'm going to do these Scindapsus, is I've got like 2 nodes there, but I'm also wanting to have more out of it, so I'm just going to cut right there and wait. And also here as well, I can do it as well. I don't know if you can see that, but right there is another node, and we've got another node up there. Looks like it's going to produce roots as well, so there we go. So let those sit for a while. So I'm just going to find some more containers to put these propagations in, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so this is all my propagations. So I put my Tradescantia zebrine in here, the small pot, just because there's only really a small cutting, don't really need like a large pot. But yeah, I've packed all of my polka dot begonia cuttings in this large pot, and yeah. Oh yeah, also this is what my succulent propagations potted up looks like. Really cute, as you can see. Got loads of baby plants coming in. This one is not actually in the soil due to the fact there isn't a baby, and this one, the roots are just in the soil. There's like there's no babies yet, so we're just gonna wait on that one. But yeah, Look how cute this is. It's adorable. Oh, this one in the back is like some sort of herb. I was gonna use that's not mine, obviously. Obviously I was gonna use these, but I think I'm just gonna throw these away because these only used for like my succulent propagations, and I'm always getting new bottles. I'm not propagating any succulents at the moment, so I'm not gonna need those, so those could go in the bin. But yeah, this is like all my propagations, and then obviously all my plants at the back. I have taken a few upstairs, but yeah, I've literally just put them into bottles, filled the water up, and all I do is I just put them on the windowsill every day because my windowsill gets a lot of light, so I pop them all on the windowsill, and hopefully within a couple of weeks they should start rooting, if not a month. But yeah, I will keep you updated on these propagations, and yeah. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next video. Bye!